All praise to the Most High. Shalom. Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. It's good to be here. Oh boy. Am I live? I think I give me a one if you can hear me. Well, let's see if I can see me. There you go. Give me a one if you can hear me and see me well. Ah, all right then. Good, good. They can hear me and see me. Where's the book? Oh boy, I had the books. Is it? Oh, there you go. It's right here. Let me get Pisces ready. Thank you. We will jump with Pisces. And if we have time, we can do the 28 principles of the lunar sphere or the 28 station. I think we can do this. We can. Yeah, we'll do Pisces. That's the last thing we'll do for Pisces. Whew. Ah. Hmm. All right, we give it a little time for the nation to get here before we are moving forward. All right. All right then. All right. All right. Thank you, beloved. Thank you. Thank you for being here once again. I was supposed to be there at 7:30, so we here now late. Um, we will study Pisces, so we will begin in a little bit. In the meantime, let me see if I can go ahead and. Uh, oh boy, somebody did share a video with me. Hmm. Hmm. All right. So, all right. Okay. Before we begin, we would like to give a fair disclaimer and a fair disclosure to the nation. This probably or could be your first time watching us doing this. We are not telling anyone to go out there and worship so called entities in the zodiac sign. This is plainly for studies, this is just knowledge. We are just seeking the face of the Holy One. This has nothing to do with worshiping other things than the Most High. You don't need to hold my hand for you to go to the kingdom or anything like that. That has nothing to do with this. I can't bring you to the kingdom, man. Unfortunately, I can. If I could, I would charge you because it's something that is precious. Shalom to all of you that are here. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Brethren, we will begin with Pisces, okay? If those things are making you uncomfortable, you more than welcome to leave and then watch another videos because this isn't for everyone. This is for a few folks, that are looking into things, and that's all that is. All right. Now, beloved, let us begin with Pisces. Now, Pisces is known as the 12th house. Pisces is known as the last house. Okay, Pisces, it's the fishes. Okay, two fishes, yin and yang, so to speak, pull and push. And Pisces is known as I didn't check it, but the house of the former Yahushai, so to speak. This is what doing our studies, and we had found that Yahushua is more like he was a Pisces, so to speak. The way that the time that he was born and things like that. So he was what you're calling a Pisces. I don't know what day he was born. Like, what is it? Was it a Shemashite, Shabbatite, and I don't know. But Solomon, due to the information, we can say Solomon was a Shemashite Leonite, so to speak. So, each of the house they have things that are peculiar to them. Each of them they have 30, so to speak, uh, angels or intelligence in them. Now, like we said before, all of them they have intelligences. Some of the intelligences they are negative, some of them are positive. It depends on how you're going to use those intelligences. I'm assuming most of the people that are watching here or will watch in the future are mature people. Okay, you will not do something stupid. And all those spirit we've been studying so far, none of them tell you to sign a pact with them or they will give you fame, money, power, cookies, and all that nonsense. This is a Gentile's mindset. Okay, to raise you to the rock star stardom and stuff like that. That's Gentile's mindset. We are born with a rock star stardom. Come on, we are the children of the light. We are very rare. So we are born being rock and rollers. Okay, rock and roll is a black word. Uh, to rock and roll was another word our people used to say the baking. Okay, so um, what it is now we are moving forward. We are vibrating higher, and there's a lot of death and rebirth of the nation. Okay, there's a lot of us that the old you is dead, the old you is about to die, the new you will be born. And some of you, you may see, well, you may see the difference in you. You are not the same. You are not the same person that you were 4 or 5 years ago. You've changed. This world, this entire world is not the same it was 3, 4 years, 5 years ago. It's not the same. There's a death in all of us, a death of certain ways, certain manners, certain characteristics, and there's a new birth. Things are moving forward, of course. You will notice some people are unable to, I don't want to say evolve, but unable to move forward, unable to come up with something, unable to learn anything new, unable to learn something that will help them grow. They cannot stimulate growth. Regurgitating garbage upon garbage, the same garbage, they keep saying it until it makes sense to you, and it will never make sense to us. If someone you stuck in your raptured and your Jacob's trouble and your the most High gonna kill you, the most High gonna kill us, it is always us. The Most High never did anything to the Gentiles. It is us doing everything now. We are destroying the world because we're studying something else. So some people are unable to learn or to grow. Now, beloved, this is a France about Don and the book, The Practice of Magical Evocation. We are just studying. This is page 265, and we're going to study Pisces. Okay, now the seal of these principles have to be drawn in blue. So if you are drawing the seal of those entities, you have to do them, you have to make them in blue. Okay, I do not know, some of them are green, black, red. This one is in blue. If you need to draw those things, the first one is Aja. Aja is 355, excuse me. Aja is 355. Okay. All right. So if you have to draw Aja, you can see it, Aja, you draw it in blue. All right. So those are the seal of those entities, so to speak. All right. All right. So yes, blessing, brother, blessing, blessing. To the Pisces that are in the midst, the last sign, you have special ability because you are known as the 12th house. You are known as the house that was supposed to be the wisest of all because you learn from the all 11th. You sit there, you wait until your turn. Patience should be in your house. You should be the perfect person. You should make no mistake when you're about to make something because you learn from everybody else. You learn from the mistake. And when you are quote unquote in Pisces, it is always best for you if you're going through if you see somebody going through something or trying something, you go with this person and you go with that other person. You should be the one that trained the most because when they call you, you will be perfect because you learned the lesson 11 times before they got to you. That's what the Pisces should be doing, learning and do stuff. So Let's begin with number one, the first degree of Pisces. Aja. Now, Aja, this principle will gladly entrust special secrets methods to the magician that elevate the creative powers. These special methods will enable this student to summon the dynamics energies necessary for Kabbalistic magic and to enter this state without any danger of himself, provided that he carefully observe the instruction of this intelligence. Again, energy, brethren. Energy is very big. Energy is energy is a lot, brethren. Okay, a manipulation of energy, which is magic. And when you get involved into an argument, into I was I was reading the about Martin Scorsese's documentary, or the 50-year old argument. Okay, some people being into an argument for over 50 years, 60 years of arguing the same thing. You got the certain brethren that have like certain arguments since 2000. Okay, it's been 22 years. You are arguing about the same thing. I'm not giving up. You're not giving up. We both, and something is feeding on us, it's sucking up our energy. So it is always wise, brethren. People think like, when you say it is always wise to don't argue with people and move along. Let this dude argue like, well, you think I'm a coward? I'm not this type of dude. I'm real. I'm gonna come after you. I'm gonna do this, and you spit up a heavy amount of your energy, the fighting and stuff, and at the end of the day, nothing come out of it. Nothing come out of it. So, provide that he carefully observe the instruction of this intelligence. The student gains in Haja an outstanding teacher for the magic of powers. And in addition, he will also learn how to condense the various fluids to such an extent that phenomenal effects can be achieved. Shkad, second degree of Pisces. Shad, cons- cons- constantly makes every effort, if possible, to ease the workload of every person. For instance, to work which one to have accomplished while he is on earth. For example, this principle inspires people who have the abilities with technological invention of all kind, so that manual work can be replaced as much as possible by machines. Now you will hear the Gentiles making a big deal about machine. Oh, the machine going to take our job. Don't listen to those people. What those people did during the 70s, our people were thriving doing 60. Our people always thriving. What they do, they always find a way to use our invention against us so they can cut us off. One of the main thing when technology start picking up in the 70s, what those people do, when our people did invented the washing machine, so they start cutting off our brethren and our sister from the hotel, the restaurant business of washing dishes. So they like, we don't need you anymore, we have washing machine. In the 50s, our women used to go and get a laundry job. Okay, they used to wash laundry for hand washing, which is the best way to wash anything. Handmade is the best way, because when you handmade something, there's a certain spirit on it, there's a certain love that go in it. When you cook something, you cook it by hand, there's certain energy that goes in there. Okay, so when you buy like a food in a can, is not the same that when you actually make this food, you cook it. So the maid service was split, and they didn't have no problem with that. And certain of our people, they used to be writers because they were highly intelligent people. Some of our people used to be ghost writers or ghost typers. So since they get the machine that type, they cut our people off. The mailing job, since email came in, those people were glorified those invention. The internet is the best thing, and things like that. So when the technology was kicking our people out of their job because they were minimal job, those people were happy. They were like, "Oh man, yes, yeah, this thing is must happen. Yeah, it's technology that you evolve or you be destroyed. If survival of the fittest." All of a sudden, now you see those people. Oh, Elon Musk, technology gonna put me out of my job and stuff. Get out of here. Automation, people gonna be robot in the future. They're gonna take your soul and stuff like that. You're gonna walk out of yeah, yeah, whatever, man. Why don't you keep your fear garbage to yourself? Those people try that robot garbage. It never worked. A robot or robots will never replace human, because what you're calling human, we have a special energy in us called soul. Some of our soul have many spirits on it. A robot doesn't have that. Okay, like you cannot feed. There are certain things you cannot do to a robot. You can program this robot to cry or do certain thing. It's not the same as a human. You cannot physically abuse a bunch of robot. Can you physically abuse your computer or your laptop? You can abuse that. No, when you physically abuse somebody, a person, especially a child, there is some kind of secretion. There's some kind of a spirit that came out of this child, and the demon can feed on that. Demon don't feed on robot. Those people are like worrying about, oh, the robot's going to take all the job. First, it was the illegal immigrant. Those illegal immigrants coming over there and taking the best job. Okay, you close them out, which was a mistake for you. And then now it's the robot. Well, Big Levi in the future, everybody going to be robot. Yeah. That's what it's gonna be in the future. The Gentiles going to turn everyone into robot. They have that power, just like they had the power to vaccinate the whole world. They already did, right? None of this nonsense. We live like human. We will enjoy each other. All this nonsense that's going on out there. This is the kingdom of the Gentiles falling down. Do not participate in their madness. Leave those people alone with their madness. Whoops. That's a zodiac. That was Aquarius. All right. 3. Kohen. Kohen, third degree of Pisces. Kohen also inspired human beings with new technological inventions, and he pays special attention to invention in agriculture, provided that if it is the interest of the student, this principle can show him technological achievements in the Akasha principle in the field of agriculture, which will consist to save humankind a considerable amount of manual labor in the distant future. Now, again, what it is when you are as a human group, as human race, we're supposed to create better things, make better things, evolve, studying. We're not supposed to be just stagnant, staying in one place and then like always reminiscing about the past. We're always like reminiscing like how things was doing chattel slavery. We can't do this. We have to keep moving to the future. Once we reach, we have to keep evolving, studying, growing. There's a reason you're still not a little baby. You go and you will reach up a stage, you will get old and you die. That's what it is, man. You don't want to live your life with regrets, man. I met people that live their entire life in fear, and then when they realize that what they were feeling is just like it's nothing. Fear is like a rocking chair. It give you a lot to do. You rock in it, and you ain't get nowhere. You're moving back and forth. You move 30 years, move. You spent 60 years in this chair, still in the same place. You ain't gonna go nowhere. I met people that have horrible regrets, man. They're like, yo, I could have been this guy, I could have been that guy, but because of this, I feared that this wouldn't happen. I never tried. And then, and you reach this age and you're broken. And you're like, yo, I'm done. Because you live most of your life in fear. A Kami, fourth degree Pisces. A Kami monitors the activities of people on our earth, and therefore he can enlighten the student about the secrets of karma yoga. To properly pursue karma yoga means to do good deeds. To do good deeds strictly for the sake of doing good deeds, but under no under circumstances to reap rewards of any kind. So it can be those angels are pretty much well, those intelligence are pretty much useless to the so-called 83 because they don't do good deeds just for the sake of doing good deeds. You better believe if some of those people do some of that good deeds for our people, they have a somewhat a hidden agenda. Now, I know I'm gonna receive a lot of crap for this. Uh, for I don't do politics like this, but that fellow Joe Biden, all right, old man Biden, he, for Gargamel, he kind of like makes something for like what is it again, um, the whole marijuana thing. Federal charges dropped them, or it's not a crime. I have no idea what it did. Um, it's it, it's like he did something to release those people. Is that what that is? And again, you see some of our people online are so happy because they will be able to smoke. I don't know, something like that. It seems like it's something that's good for a lot of the two-thirds out there. And then they think this is something that he did for the sake of good deeds, for the sake of, yeah, I did this because it wasn't my heart to do. No, they always have some kind of sinister things to do, but this time it won't work. You notice that nothing is working, okay? And at the end of the podcast, we will discuss a little bit more about the Florida insurance, okay? So and people like, oh, that's some good deeds. No, he had like an agenda, okay? All right. However, on account of Akami's teaching, the student will be cognizant of the fact that unselfish deeds are evaluated in the Akasha principle and are rewarded with various magical abilities and various release from karma. So what they said here, they said your good deeds are evaluated in the Akasha world, okay, in the spiritual world. They will weight your good deeds. Of course, your good deeds, if they weight your good deeds and then they remove some of the karma that was supposed to come to you because of some bad deeds, something bad that you did, the good deeds literally corrected that. But it has to be done by pure heart. It has to be done by like it has to be done by unknowingly. It's not like you swagger jack somebody and then you take the same money that you swagger jack someone, you feed the poor with it. Like, let me feed the poor and did something good with the poor, like a Christian does. You went around, you murder a whole entire family, you stole their money, and then you throw a big party for your friend, you give the homeless stuff. You're like, oof, man. Yep, I did something good. It ain't gonna work. Your heart has to be pure, and the intention has to be pure. If they are checking your good deeds, brethren, then I don't know what they're gonna do with your bad deeds. Your evil deeds. I really don't want to. Certain people out there, that's all they've been doing, evil deeds. On the basis of this knowledge, the student will certainly long for situations that allow him to unselfishly perform as many good deeds as possible. I agree. Akami and his subordinates can assist the student to attain these kinds of situation. Flabison, fifth degree Pisces. Under Flabison's jurisdiction are all kinds of art, entertainment, amusement, of all kinds, good fortune, and the comforts of life. So Abison, he is more like the entertainment district, so to speak. Anything that has to do with art and stuff like that. Now, uh, let me just highlighted this so I won't forget when I'm doing back studies. Ooh. And all kind of studies of good fortune in life. So Flabison take care of arts entertainment. Now, where I live at Fort Lauderdale, there is multiple, well, not multiple, there is a good museum of art or whatever. There is a art place, okay? There's an art place where they make art, so to speak, and you pay a fee, and then you go in there when they have exhibition, and they have things painting and stuff like that, and people go around and they have a showcase and stuff. When I was in I believe was it I was in college or high school, I can't remember. I think I was in college. I went to one of those shows to study. Okay, I wasn't studying art though, and I went to one of those things. And brother, when I got there, I was expecting. You know, when they say okay, they're gonna do something art and stuff like that, and I was expecting some kind of like maybe because I'm a comic book fan, I was expecting something that either I can make or something that is simple to for me to understand. Like if they make an art of a man standing at the fighting stance, or some kind of beautiful women or things, they call that abstract art. I don't know if you're familiar with abstract art, brother. I went in there, I was so confused. I was so confused. So I'm standing there, and there's those rich people walking around, oh, fabulous, fabulous, taking picture. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, what they are taking? This is a bunch of paint. Somebody splatted all over. And that's one thing with cell phones and phone booth. They had a phone booth, cell phone plus, phone pages, old pages. I don't know what the hell that was. And they got I can say they had one. It was how to say this thing. It was a tree, but instead of the fruit, it's something else, something you don't know. And then it was like they made it. They literally go somewhere. They buy this silicone one. They just hang those, and I'm like, yo, what? They just hang those things in this tree. They call it heart, and they just glue them in the tree. They make it look like it's something you can grab and hold, and it's like a tree that grow this thing. I'm like, what is this? And then I see people, and then talking like, yeah, taking picture. I see a woman. I don't know. It was a face, and then the eye was where the mouth was supposed to be, and the two mouth, and the nose was like the ear was like the anus, and then they slap some paint in it, and like people like there's a woman walking around say, okay, this is an expressionist of the artist and stuff like that. I'm like, expression. Take anybody, anyone in a mental health institution, any crazy ass mofo that are locked up for any horrible things, give them paint and a bunch of fake third legs, they'll give you the best art ever. You're like, damn. You like, how did this guy come up with this thing? Some of the stuff, I'm like, hey, yo, that's true. Some people will pay big money, brothers. Those things are selling for millions. I'm not making this up, Bridget. I'm not making this up, dog. Those things are selling for millions of dollars. And I'm like, okay, why would somebody, have you not have children, sir? Or even if you don't have, are you not expecting your guests to bring a child in there? They say, mommy, what is those? Oh, that's art and stuff. Garbage. And through my research, and I find out that most of those stuff, that's how rich folks, they kind of like, for lack of a better term, they throw their money into a washing machine and then they wash it. They clean this money. Yeah, it mass confusion. I'm like, what the hell is this? I can't understand, brothers. When let's say you take some paint, and then you slap it, you slap it, you slap the paint, it came out a woman, it came out a tree, it came out like a bird, but you do it by slapping. This thing came out as nothing. It's just a bunch of things. I'm like, okay, maybe I'm not that culture of this thing. So I was acting just like those people, and I've come up with those things. I'm like, magnificent. This is breathtaking. It's true, breathtaking. I wonder why he got this inspiration. I'm like, are you serious? In my head, I'm like, are you serious? This guy just drew a bunch of dongs and a freaking tree. Where did he find? He's a dude. Why would a man find inspiration to hang a bunch of dongs in there? Like, what? You know, I'm like, yo, it's crazy. You know, so Flabby son, I never knew about abstract art. I'm like, what is abstract art? I'm so confused. Maybe I'm not that cultured, but what is this? I have people, brethren, in the nation that do art. When they sing things to me, I'm like, whoa. We have a 13-year-old girl in the nation that drew, so to speak, Yahushai or the Most High God. It's just magnificent. Some of our people are really good with art. So there's a sister, she literally paint things. You can make sense of what that person paint. You can literally see this. You say, this look like a woman. This look like this. Certain things you're like, okay, what is that's a bunch of old phone books. They'll just stack up on each other like they want a library. And somebody put like a giant chocolate emoji on top of it. Art. Wait, that's a chocolate emoji up at the top of a bunch of old phone books. And then there's what seems to be like a bunch of flies rotating around it. Yeah. That's the artist expression. You wouldn't understand because only the artist can tell you what it means. Yeah, man. All right, whatever, dog. So yeah. This principle can help the magician in that he can create situation for him which are desirable for amusement. So Flabison is that guy that you're going to call, when you're going to make a party or you're going to go somewhere to enjoy yourself righteously, and he's responsible for art entertainment and things like that. Should the student himself seek some kind of change and diversion in order to relax from his magical duties and all which are certainly of serious nature, and he has to do is to turn to Flabison, and he will find that his principle will pave the path for him. Okay, so that's what it is. So I like you. You know what? Let me stop right here. Our people, I see something. Well, was it on Facebook? I don't know. One of the social media. There is a dude. He can literally draw anything upside down with his forehead, I believe. With his forehead. Yeah, was it with his forehead? He just splashed the paint in his forehead and he started rubbing his face through the thing. He made a bunch of things that don't look like, he look weird. And then when he flipped the card, and it looked like George Floyd. That's art, brothers. That's beautiful. You sit there, there's a dude in the street. He just with his fingers, okay? He just dipped his finger in different paint, and then he just like do a bunch of things, like he just smash it, and the thing he make it, and then he flip it. It's like the sun set up with a beautiful sea. It's beautiful. I'm like, wow, that's talent. I'll pay for something like that. But somebody that just literally go to Home Depot, buy a toilet, and then put it in there and paint the toilet brown, and then and then put like a air freshener on top of it, and then it is hard. Okay, yeah, well, it's a toilet bowl. You paint it in brown. I can see what you're going for, but with an air freshener in there, and there's a plunger stick in front of it, and then two plunger in the side that look like ear, and I don't know what this is. Is it kind of an artist expression? Okay, what is it with those artist expression? What is it? What do you want to express, sir? By painting a toilet bowl brown and then put some plunger of ear and so what is it? And then they're like, oh, this is like the artist expression and stuff. Okay, well, again, I mean, yeah, hey, put up or shut up. I'm not an artist. Yeah, I draw things, but I don't paint. I can't paint because I have this issue with my hand. I shake too much. What is this condition called? It's a shaky condition. Sometimes it's not there, so I can't paint very well because if they sent me to defuse a bomb wherever they sent me there, wherever it's there, they're screwed because I'm gonna f it up. I can't paint. I can't hate on the artist, man. Hey, man, just do whatever you can. I saw some women did. She took a bunch of women cortex, so to speak, and she make a weird things out of it. Yeah, hands tremors. Sometimes mine get really bad. So if she take a bunch of cortex, Gentiles women, and then she just like throw some red paint on it. I assume they were red paint, and then he looked. Oh, what is this? What the hell is that? Is that's a symbolize women freedom from the wall that keep things in there for not slipping down and stuff. What are you people are not artists at all, man. They should have a specific name for you folks. You got just like those guys that do tricks, they call them magician. This is not a magician, man. You're illusionist. You create little illusion and stuff. Yeah, I believe it's called tremor, okay, hand tremors. Sometime like my hand like this, you won't see it, but my hand shakes like when I'm doing things that I'm quite nervous at. So yeah, it should call you people garbage, man. Garbages. You guys are that's garbage. Like any scumbag, you give a bunch of cortex, they will put red paint on it. It's art. Yeah. Ah man. Anyway, why am I in Aquarius? Anyway, so all right, so Alagil, 6-degree Pisces. Alagil, with the help of the principal, the magician will experience sweeping success in his profession. Okay, all right. If you have any profession, Alagil will help you experience sweeping success. Whatever that your profession is, you get with Alagil, you'll be successful in it. Alagil has a great fondness for the arts and crafts, and therefore he likes to help in this field of endeavor. Again, there's a lot of Pisces deal with a lot of arts anyway. However, since mere success in one's profession is not enough, this intelligence also ensure financial success. All right, financial success. So Alagil is good for financial success. Good. All right. That's why the student should see in the principal a helper in all material matters who will never refuse him help. On the contrary, he will draw the student's attention to everything so that his success will never be unfavorable influence. So Alagil won't refuse you. If your cause is righteous, if Alagil see that you really need this cash, this money, this success, so you can better your life. Some people they are in this stage, they need this thing. He will show you how to use your profession to gain financial success. Okay, all right. Aterom, 7-degree Pisces. Aterom makes a person fortunate in all fields of knowledge and successful in learning of any kind of intellectual work. He helps every person when it comes to the acquisition of study materials, whether through his direct influence or through of his subordinates. This intelligence will make a magician omniscient in every field of knowledge upon request, so that nothing remains hidden or unexplained to him in an intellectual respect. So Atirom is that guy that can turn you into a nerd. You literally know everything. Whatever field of course, that would be all with it. This guy is good, it is bad. This guy is good, it's good. He gives you all knowledge you could ever possibly ask. He will make you fluent in it. But to whom you want to discuss this? Who's out there wanting to have a great discussion with? Another student like you? We both know we study the same thing. I mean, it's pointless for me to sit there and having a great conversation about something you already know. And you go out there, you're gonna grab a two-third in the street and try to discuss philosophical knowledge. You're going to discuss astronomy or even worse, astrology with him or her. Try to go to one of those dinner party and open a conversation about astrology, and then open another conversation about Kanye West wearing Black Lives Matter, or the best show to watch on Netflix. Open a conversation about the newest picture. Jupiter is a blue planet. That those new things. Try to talk about that. Go to this family barbecue that'll come up. Say something about the position of the star, the full moon, the waxing crescent, the waning gibbous. Is that what that is? See, two things will happen to you. One, you're going to probably end up in the hospital. Two, or you end up in the morgue. Because one of them two-thirds gonna find it so offensive. And then you find it, yo, this guy is he mocking me. I don't understand what he's saying, but he's saying it about me. I don't know what this dude is saying, but he's making fun of me. Be very careful. That's why when you go to those places, you just grab whatever that you need to grab, or if you need to drop somebody, just dump the kids over there, and then you go park the car, just chill in your car, listen to something and stuff, because you cannot relate it to those people. There is nothing. What the hell you people are going to? Brothers, I'm not telling you those things to go ahead and do them, because I tried this before. I went to places and I met people, and then I sit next to them and they start to talk, and then they ask, "Hey, big man, what do you think of this thing and stuff?" And I, on purpose, start using big words, and then started to start eloquently using big words, and I'm starting to see faces looking at me like, "Hey, nigga, think he is? I think you're smart, nigga. It's the truth. You think like I'm stupid?" People start to looking at you weird. You can see when people are interested, they're like, "Oh, yeah, yeah." But you can see when a Negro mean mugging you, man. There's nothing you can relate talking about astrology or anything else. Most people out there, either they don't know anything about it, but mainly that they do not care. But the next video that Nicki Minaj brought out there, oh, that's a conversation starter. Okay, so after one, all right, fortunate in all field of knowledge, all right. Porashko, 8-degree Pisces. Porashko has similar sphere of activity as a previous principle, so those guys make you smart. The only difference is that Porashko support knowledge that is dispensed in the school system, whereas Arteum takes care of the erudition of human beings in their private lives. Therefore, Porashko support those who are subject to school examinations and courses should the student require the services of this principle for someone who is not in the path of magic. For instance, this guy, he did the same thing, but he doesn't do what Arterum does. This dude help people that are going to school. For instance, somebody come to you, you're a high priest or high priestess. They say, "Man, I can't. My son, I'm stupid. My son, my daughter's stupid. They can't learn anything and stuff." You know how those people talk. "Man, I can't pass this test and stuff. I would like to know exactly how to study and stuff." And then if that person come to you and then you want to help them, they have no memory, and then you just say, "Okay, you do this, you wear this, you wear that," and then they're gonna go to this thing. Brothers, I'm not making this up. These things actually work. It actually works. I've known and I've seen people that are going to take exam. It's not like they don't study, they studied, but everything that they study, they remember exactly the way that they studied. They study the whole book, they read it. It's like whatever question they see, they remember it. They just write it down. I've seen that. Yeah, memory retention. It's like they give you a photographic memory. It's like you're taking the test with open book. That's what they do. That's what Poashko does. Okay, photographic memory. Again, Agentian or Agentian. Agentian, Pisces, 9 degree. All things that are concerned travel and are connected with travel fall under the jurisdiction of this principle. Okay, like air travel, maritime travel, uh, highway, freeway travel, train travel. Is that what that is? Railways travel, space travel, underwater travel, submarine, under earth travel, and stuff like that. This guy, that's what it does. Okay. Any student who turns to this intelligence will be always be fortunate when he travels in all his projects. Undertakings and plans will be successful. He will be safe from all accidents, whether traveling on land, water, or on the air. A magician who carries this principle seal on this person will never have a traffic incident or accident. Okay, if you carry the seal of Agentian, which is 363. Let me look that up for you. 363. Okay, according to the book, if you carry 363, this seal, all right. Give me a one if you can, if you can see it. You see how it made? If you draw this in a piece of parchment or white paper, you put it inside of a circle, you won't get into accident. Of course, you have to activate it. Okay, you have to consecrate it. All right. Make sure when you are doing this, you're doing this on a piece of parchment. All right. You draw it. You put it inside of a circle. Okay. You put it inside of a circle. Or you can draw it the way that it is. You consecrate it. You put it in your car. Or you travel it with it. You bless it. You know, you say it like by the name Yahweh, Yeshua, Yahuwah, or Adonai, whatever you want to say, or Joseph, Paul, Luke, Matthew, any of the high initiate. You say by the whole name and stuff like that. I consecrated you. I activated you to protect me on all form of travel. So I never have any accident in none of that. Well, it would have been better if Sensei do it for you, because he's an inside temple. There are certain things you can do yourself. There are certain things that only the masters can do it. But at this point, what the masters said, we have reached a degree that we can do certain things to a certain level. I was talking to the nation where I was discussing with certain brothers and sisters. I would say some of you, if you're studying, try to find that one pentacle. Try to find that one seal that you want above all of them. Buy it. And we will, in the future, send the Holy Mule to see the masters. And you will send your pentacle to us. We will consecrate it for you. The masters will consecrate it. But there will be a fee, of course. This cannot be done free. And instead of buy them one directly from them, you can get one for some flowers, but it will cost. You get it, you send it to us, and then we have, like, let's say we have 100 people sent this. Then we can tell the Holy Mule, take them, go over there, and have it consecrated, and then she brought them back, and then we ship them back to you. But I was talking, since it's quite difficult right now to travel, especially down there, and we don't know yet. So maybe next year, maybe in this coming year, we're gonna do something. We'll see. we'll see. Okay, we'll see what we're going to do. And of course, we had a homework. We got something that we want to give as a homework, but this thing is, it's kind of like it's it's more like a miss than hit. We want to come up with something. It's more hit than miss. This one is extremely difficult, but a sister and I were working on something with the masters, and then we'll do this. So this is just a heads up, for you to get to take your time, get the pentacle, the seal that you want the most, one per people. Okay, one per people. Okay, and then you get a little money there, and then we say, hey, we're ready, and then you send yours to our PO box. We get it. We will before we will telling you 90 days before, and then after that, and then you will send them. I would oh you will send them first grade, first mail. I don't know, first priority, and then once they come back, we'll ship them back to your priority. Okay, and we can do this. All right, just a heads up. So again, that's the guy. If you don't want any accident, number 363, which is Agention, ninth degree of Pisces. Agention. Okay, Agention. All right, you do this. All right, let me see. Where we at? Ninth degree Agention. Okay, good. 10. Syria. Syria, Pisces, 10th degree. Very special occult methods that are entrusted by Syria to the magician help him in accordance with the maturity to the fortunate, affluent, honored, wealthy, and held in high esteem without bending his karma and suffering negative consequences. Syria can fulfill all the student requests in this respect. So if you are about that thing, if you're about that life of fortunate, affluent, honored, wealthy, this guy can help you without any negative effect. All right. Volman, 11 Pisces. Volman is the principle that initiates the student into the most exalted mystery of light. If the student works in accordance with the instruction which he received from this principle, he will attain a level of maturity that will enable him to employ the mysteries of light in regards to magic, Kabbalah, and alchemy, so that he will be able to achieve all things in all mental, astrophysical spheres. Besides that, he and his entire being will be fulfilled with bliss, and that is being beyond description. Hagomi, 12 degree Pisces. Hagomi, taking off like I'm thinking of Agome. If you catch my drift, I'm thinking of Agome, but it's Agome. Agome entrusts the student with Kabbalistic methods that empower him to mentally travel and rise and into other sphere outside our planetary system. And this sphere, the student will gather knowledge which a person who is not magically trained will not comprehend at all. That's why most people don't comprehend us. They are not magically trained. They're not like us. So this being allow you to levitate and go to another sphere that is outside our solar system. We are one of the many solar systems. We told you those three names that we worked in the one past. They are responsible for 144 solar system. Okay, our solar system, we have like, let's say 9 planets, 12 planets, whatever planets. Okay, there's got the galaxy that they are responsible got 144 solar system in it. This is a lot, man. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of history we don't know. There's a lot of beings we haven't met. That's going to be beautiful, man, when we can finally mature enough and go other places and see history we never seen before. Spend times there. We can spend an entire lifestyle time over there, and we came back here, the time won't mess up. If I would recommend you watch Legion of Superhero. Watch episode, there are 2 seasons. Watch episode 1 to all the way to second season. When the 31st century heroes came back in the past, and they came back and get Superman. And Superman was with his mom. He said, "Yo, I'm a kid. I go to school and stuff, and I believe Chameleon. No, wait, not Chameleon Boy. What was the other dude? Yeah, I believe it was Chameleon Boy. He said, you want your mom? You see, you will leave here at 9:31 p.m. You will come back at 9:31 p.m. It will look like you never left." And you will spend like 50, 70, 100 years in the future. When you come back, you will gain all the knowledge, everything, and then it will, to your people, it look like you never left. Okay, the name is Legion of Superheroes. Let me type it. It used to be for free. Legion. It's pretty good though. Of super. Oh, Legion of Superheroes. It got canceled though. It got canceled when you will see the at the end. In one of the season they kill a guy. They sacrifice him and do a little research on him. They sacrifice him because he was who he was. Okay, let me spoil it. I don't want to spoil it. The story is too good. Long live Feolad, man. Long live Feolad. So they sacrificed Feolad because back in the 60s, something happened. Feolad become more popular. Okay. He become more popular than Superman. But he wear a mask. And then they're like, yo, reveal him, remove the mask. So when he removed the mask and they saw who was under this mask, that was like back in the 60s, the comic book sale dropped from millions being sold to a few hundred, for a few hundred sales. And then they're like, it was a joke. And then they returned it back. They made him white. So they're like, oh, okay. All right. Don't make that joke again. So that's how they have to kill him in the show because his legacy back in the 60s anyway. So yeah. Cloretia, all right? Cloretia, 13 Pisces. This principle helps those who seriously strive and long for the truth to attain true occult knowledge by making it possible for them to be taught directly by true initiates, okay? Or at least to receive the appropriated books for their studies. Cloretia is great friend of occult philosophy. So Cloretia is in the midst. Okay, Cloretia is that guy that is helping us right now. He's getting books. You may not directly communicate with us, but he will influence you of getting things and studying and stuff like that. Cloretia, that's what it does. All right. Baroa, 14 degrees. Baroa, like many other principles of the zone girdling the earth, he is a friend and patron of the arts. Man, Pisces is loaded with arts. Patron of the arts. He promotes all ideals and everything that is beautiful. He inspires authors, journalists, editors, poets, and other artists at their work and help them to achieve all-around success. Okay, that's number 4. Well, the figure is 368. Baoa. Okay, 14-degree Pisces. All right. It help editor, poets, artists to their work and help them achieve all around success. So that's what this guy do. Should the student return this principle, he can count on his support. Gomognu, 15-degree Pisces. Gomognu is an arc initiator of languages that are expressed through gestures, movement of hands, etc. So Gomognu is good for the people that have hearing issue or they have speech issues. So Gomognu help you communicate with your hand and your body language. And there is Oh man, there's too many TV show reference or comic book and stuff like that. I don't want to overburden the people, but in I believe season 8 of Futurama, the last episode, I think it's on Hulu. They were invaded by a group of aliens that speak with the body language. They dance when they are speaking, and it is said that bees. Is it? Can somebody verify this? Do bees communicate by dancing? There's an animal that communicate by dancing. But anyway, this alien, they weren't invaded Earth. They were passing by Earth, and and the guys saw them and they want to say hello, and they start saying things. They make an offensive gesture. Okay, they made an offensive gesture, and then the aliens say, well, this gesture mean war. So they came and attacked them until they start dancing. Peacock communicate by dancing. All right, that's good. So certain language, okay, you speak them with your body gesture, with your hand. Okay. All right. All right. B communicates by flight patterns. All right, then that's I read this somewhere. Anyway, all right. So Gomogu, is the guy that help you communicate a gesture, movement of hand, etc. The blind hold their alphabets. Okay, the Braille system. Okay, he's the guy that come with the Braille system. Gomogu. Okay, the blind hold their alphabet, a system of raised dots on the inspiration of this principle. Okay, in the course of time, the blind and the deaf and dumb, with this principle help and with the progress of technology, will have considerably better means of communication at their disposal. However, a student can now take a look in the future to see all new inventions. So Gomogu is more of a disability uh, things that help people that have blindness, hearingness, deaf. They can talk and things like that. That's what Gomogu does. He help you with those things. He help you communicate with those people in a better manner. Some people may say, well, why can't he just cue them? Again, certain things, remember in the book, the beloved brother, when he made the blind fellows see, and then one of the guys say, well, why would God make this guy blind in the first place? He said, well, he did it for this reason, for to show you that he can do this for this purpose. So certain things happen to certain people. It is for a person. It is for a purpose. Okay, so that's what it is. All right. Ferme 2:16 Pisces. This principle can be considered the Great Peacemaker because all matters of peace are under his jurisdiction, whether it concerns the peace of entire nations, peace in the family, a peace in the marriage, etc. Ferme 2 makes it possible for a student to find blissful love. He helps the student find friendship, and he can make it possible that all sympathies are permanent, for instance, between a man and a woman. Okay, Fermetu. Fermetu deal with peace. I'm pretty sure Fermetu at that time is absent in the midst of the 83s. Fermetu is good in the midst of us because we have peace. Okay, I believe Kakatu can be trained to dance to music. Okay, so does a monkey, right? Can we train a monkey to dance? I mean, they are like the most animal that you can train to dance. I see dog dancing, cat. A monkey will be a great break dancer. But anyway, I don't want to keep saying this thing loud so my daughter won't come at me and so try to get a monkey. But anyway, for staton, 17 Pisces. For testing, this principle will give advice to female magicians who are infertile. So if you're a female student, for testing is there for you if you're infertile, so to speak. If they follow his advice, they will become fertile and be able to conceive. He will also provide methods of determining the sex of the child in advance. For teston will remove emotional frigidity, whether in a woman or a man, and enormously increase the sexual drive. Again, when they are talking about ED or a woman is infertile, they are talking about frigidity. Is that what that is? Frigidity. Somebody define this word frigid. When something is frigidity, frozen, frigid. They are talking about frigidity. That means the oven is cold. Although to this woman, I mean, okay, well, it's hot to put the bread on there, but the heat, that the amount of heat it made to cook the oven can be hot, but it doesn't have the heatness, so to speak, to make the dough turn into bread. Frigid, very cold in temperature. Frigidity from women. Okay, everything has to be hot. There's a reason why you are hot-blooded. We mammal or human, we have to be hot. We have to be our blood hot. Reptile and lizard are cold-blooded. There's a reason for that. Doesn't have the proper heat. You may have heat though, okay, but the heat is not proper. It is not shiny heat. It has to be to 400 degrees for the bread to cook. It could be heated, but when you put the bread there, by the time the bread stuff, it turns sour. It died. Frigid. So this fellow can help you keep this thing super hot. You can have a oven in this house that is so hot you don't need the heater. You can spend the entire winter by just keep that oven door open. Zaza, where's my? There we go. Ah, boy. Ah, damn it. Yeah, so that's what this guy does. He help you keep that thing hot. That's what it says. I'm not making this up. Let me read it for you. All right. For staton will remove emotional frigidity. All right. Emotional frigidity. Sometimes these certain things happen to this woman when she was young. Sometimes things happen when they are young women, old women, and then they become they become cold. You know, when you are the process of baking is like alchemy. They must have chemical reaction. If your body and your soul, your emotion is not in it, is going to be an issue here. Ah, Frigidaire. Magnificent. I have a giant Frigidaire in my home, a white Frigidaire. Can't believe we put the things inside of those things and then later on we eat them, we drink them. This is the proper definition for a Frigidaire. Is that what that? Oh, frigidity. All right. I was like, holy crap. A Frigidaire. I know Frigidaire is just a fridge. That's why they call it fridge. It's a derivative of the word Frigidaire, but it turned out to be frigidity. Well, so that's what it is. Boy, I was like, man, every time I'm going to the fridge, I'm like, oh, good Lord God. Oh boy. But anyway, we all make mistakes. So frigidity, that's what it is. This guy, he took frigidity out of this thing. Sometimes Gentile keep telling you your egg is not attaching to something. That's not what it is. You have most likely either it's an emotional frigidity or some kind of spiritual thing going on. You need to see this guy, pray the Most High, and then ask the Mighty One, can you send me this, your servant, so I may use it? You question him, say, come talk to me in the sleep, supercharge a candle, and show me how to bring that heat back, and then, cook that bun, and make that dough, turn it into a bread, into the oven. That's what this fellow does. But anyway. The methods of this principle make it possible for the student to retain his mental alertness and vigor and the sexual powers of a young man until ripe old age. If you're a young man, if you're an old man, you want to hold your vigor, your strength, your power. your ability to work and this kind of things, as if you were young, this is your stuff. Because at one point when you are growing up, your mind is going to start to be disconnected to certain things, and then you need to be reconnected. Well, you need to always be connected to everything that you can when you reach this age, and then you still have that strength. Just like there are things that helping you with your sexual life, so to speak, they are one that help you with your physical strength too. Remember Miriam or Mariam? Miriam was like 100 something. She looked like she was 19. She behaved, she was 19. She can walk Miriam never really ride anything. She just walk wherever she's going. And she walks super fast. Remember Sesashtri's son could not even walk. He was trying to walk with Miriam. He couldn't keep up. Miriam walked that like this guy. If you watch Hunter x Hunter, Mr. Stoitz, the first guy, the first the first the first examiner. Remember the first examiner in Hunter x Hunter? He just walk. He been walking. You cannot walk with this guy. You have to run, and you have to run from the top of your lung, from the top of your strength. He just walking, and then you have to run to keep up. Barely can keep up with this guy. That's what Miriam was. She walked very fast with some kind of, things like that. Yeah, so Miriam, but they had pentacle, they have stuff, they had knowledge that we don't have. We just are coming back to those things, okay? When the student's sexual powers are waning, and for some reason the student wishes to raise them to the proper level again, he will find in Foreston on false Staton an excellent advisor and willing friend in need. All right. All right then. Where I was. Oh, okay. Logoti 18, Lotogi 18 Pisces. Lotogi has his possession secrets methods to manufacture extremely effective amulets and talismans for love, marriage, and friendship. Lotogi is quite willing to reveal his secrets to a student, and he is even prepared to load the amulets and talisman for him. So Lotogi is that guy. He will show you how to make pentacle, talisman, and stuff like that for love, marriage, and friendship. And he will even show you he will even load them to you, activate them for you, and then give it to you. That's what he does. That's the thing that he does. He's more willing to do that for you. So I would do an experiment. I would take a pentacle and then put the sign of Lotogi in a white piece of paper, and then fold it, put it under a white candle that I super jar, and say, Lotogi, my man, do me your thing. Do this. No, this is me just talking. They don't give you instruction here, because if you give it, people will abuse this, brothers. They will abuse. Hang on. Listen to this. Lotogi has his possession secret methods to manufacture extremely effective amulets and talismans for love, marriage, and friendship. Those are the three deadly things: love, marriage, and friendship. Now, somebody know that with the talisman, he can get any woman that he wants, and then that guy is thinking and abuse it. Women do the same thing. They will abuse it. Some people, they're not supposed to get these things, this knowledge, because they will abuse it. Okay, they will befriend people that they have no business of being friend and use those people. Okay, all right. It's crazy. It's crazy. I mean, if I had to do something like that, again, I will go to 372 Lotogi. I will trace his seal and put it on a piece of paper, a parchment, and put a candle upon it, and put the pentacle there and say, activate this pentacle for me. And then he will do this. Some people have love things. I don't want to be this guy, but love is so. And that point, love is so easy, man. It's just go. It's when after you've been beat up down, and then you find out, man, all those good things exist after my marriage, after this, after I went to that, and then now you're telling me. That's what this thing does. Okay. Lotogi has in his possession secret methods to manufacture extremely effective amulets and talismans for love, marriage, and friendship. Lotogi is quite willing to reveal his secret to a student. He even prepared to load the amulet and talisman for him. The jurisdiction of this principle is quite extensive. Therefore, establishing contract with him offers the student many other advantages. For example, the student can learn from Lotogi how to easily contact the being of the Venusian sphere. Damn! Let me highlight Lotogi, man. Lotogi is good. Lotogi is the 18 of Pisces. Lotogi is good. I just wrote it down. Lotogi is quite good. Now, listen to this, brothers. For example, the student can learn from Lotogi or Lotogai how to easily contact the being of the Noga sphere. You know what you can do with the being of the Noga sphere? You know what you can do with that? If you have control, you have control of Noga, you won the war. People think like you have control of Madim. You cannot control Madim. I mean, it's freaking Madim, man. You can't control Madim. That he is Madim. What the hell you gonna do? If you control Noga, you won the war. You control love. That's it. You have everything. That's why I told people that most people that I fear are Nogahites. I can fight everybody else, but no, you get the one side of a Nogahites, a Venusian, and that person develop a hatred for you. That's why Joe Biden, Jim Joe, he hates you too. It become a relationship now. It become a relationship. It become a toxic relationship now. Those guys hate you so much. They spend their entire life hating you, tormenting you. Can you imagine what you can do with Lotogi or Lotogai? Somebody did mention Lotogai the other day or Lotogi. All right, let's continue. Not only does he give the student the methods by which to achieve this, but also to contact the human beings that he lived there. As a matter of interest, Lotogi accompanied me and my mentor body to Venus, where I observed their way of life and their activities. So this dude actually went to the planet Venus, Noga. We've been telling our people all the planet, even Mercury that is right in the face of the sun, they are livable. They have people over there that live there. Now, people always say, well, Mercury is too hot or Venus is too hot. No, that's that's not what that is, man. Look, let's say Mercury is the one that is closer to the sun for lack of a better term. Mercury has something that came from the planet, like the planet, the magnetic field that come out of Mercury. It keep all those heat in natural temperatures. They have well, it's not even technology. It's just the way the planet is built. It's like, oh, their surface is made out of boiling lead. That's Gentiles garbage, man. Mercury, Venus, all those. Venus is a green planet, man. Okay, Mercury is beautiful. They all have people and trees and everything that you see here. They built for that. The planet have some type of protection shield around it. You can literally take it and push it inside of the sun. The temperature will stay the same. It doesn't affect the planet like that. Okay, this guy traveled to Venus. We told you we got a brother in the nation that literally remember. You see, again, there you go with Big Levi with Superman. You see what when you watch Superman, okay, they showed you how when he was a baby, they put him in this spaceship and then they shoot him in the sky and then he traveled. The dude, he remember when he was on Venus, he remember everybody, everything. He remember the spaceship. Literally, he can draw it. And then he remember when he got here on Earth. Okay? Thank you, beloved sister Kay. Thank you for being here. We got a dude in the nation. He's what you're calling a Nogahite. He remember his home. He remember pretty much everything. He said, yo, Big Levi, this is crazy. Ever since I got this knowledge, he remember the spaceship. Beautiful spaceship. Beautiful things I can remember when the spaceship landed. I came out of it. There's nothing I can say. I'm like, all praises to the Most High. Hey, and brothers, I'm not making this up. Sometime when I'm writing things and I'm imagining things, and when I tell people, I told you this story ago. I told a dude a story that I wrote in a comic book. The dude said, there is no freaking way you wrote that. He said, you did not steal it. No, you were there. This thing must have happened for you to give me this detail. The dude said, I felt chills. He said, you were there. And to me, I'm like, no, and this thing take a place in Noga, okay? It taken a place on the planet Noga. I wrote this like since 20, I don't know, but ages ago. Okay, some of our people, we got weird abilities, man. They sound crazy, but hey, until somebody confirm it here. Okay, this dude confirmed this here, all right? Let's move in with Lotogi, all right? Okay. As a matter of interest, Lotogi accompanied me and my mental body to Venus, where I observed their way of life and their activities. The color of the skin of the inhabitant of Venus is light silver. Okay, this is the dude giving you the color of the skin of the people that live on Venus, light silver. All right, this is his description. There's nothing I can say about this. I don't know. I'm just reading it just like you are listening to it. Okay, let's see. The color of the skin of the inhabitant of Venus is light silver. They are considerably more advanced in the spiritual development than the humans on Earth, of course. And consequently, so is their technology. An account of the technology achievements, they can leave the planet without any effort. So does everybody else. They can leave the planet without no effort. Okay, we can do this because, of course, we have stuff like that. Certain people that are not allowed to live here. They will say, "Oh, nothing exists outside. You can pass the firmament." No, sir, you can't pass the firmament. You can't pass it. Therefore, you cannot go underground. Remember the story we told about the Russian that was drilling that hole to go underground? They reached a place, the thing broke up. Okay? At one point, we'll get out of here, all right? Let me read this again. On account of their technological achievement, they can leave their planet without any effort, and visiting other planet presents to no obstacle to them. In contrast to human beings on Earth, who are at this point have no means to travel past the stratosphere. Stratosphere, okay, let me see. Past the stratosphere. This book was published in 1956. Okay, they can pass the stratosphere, brothers. All the great initiate, high initiate, they know those guys can go no higher than the stratosphere. Because you have being over there, you have things over there, you have like structures over there. When they pass, they ask them, okay, hey, give me your pass. Do you have a pass? Oh, well, we were just trying to turn back. They will turn back. They are well aware of that. Sometimes they're like, oh, we can turn back. They sent one spaceship to say, hey, this guy will give you a ride. Most of the time, they disable their little rocket and then they send a space a chariot and the chariot just switch their technological thing. They turn invisible, and then they guide the rocket, and then they land the rocket on his back, and then people are like, oh my God, wow, Elon Musk, he actually made this rocket that go up there, didn't do a hish, come back and land it by itself. Get out of here, man. You think the heaven is some kind of like jungle? You think the heaven is some kind of savannah? You just go out there, you do whatever the hell you want because you did the same thing on Earth. You think you can just get out and shoot your ass up there and landing on Mars or landing on Venus? I can do whatever. It doesn't work like that, man. The heaven is highly securized. Is that what that is? The heaven is very guarded. You cannot pass the stratosphere, man, because there are things there. They are stationed there. Just like you tried to get onto the turnpike back then, old time. There is somebody in there, put something, say, hey, pay the toll. You have a card? No. Well, you will try to use your way. I'm lost. You see right here, make a U-turn and turn. And then all those cannon, all those gun, all those guys standing over there, you make that U-turn, Nico. Remember the Challenger? Anybody remember the Challenger 1975? Remember the Challenger? Because someone, you want somebody not, hey, don't come there. But they did. What happened to the Challenger? In 1983? I thought it was 1975. Restricted territory, man. People think like the heaven is someplace you can just go shoot your thing over there. You and space explore. No, you can't go nowhere near there. What? Okay, Challenger was 1986. I thought it was 1976, but 1986. All right. On account of the technological achievements, they can leave their planet without any effort, and visiting other planets presents no obstacle to them. In contrast to human beings on Earth, who are at this point have no means to travel past the stratosphere. The inhabitants of Venus are somewhat smaller in nature than the human beings on Earth. Whenever a student wishes to contact human beings on other planets, he must change his mental body so that he is the same size as those that live on that planet. The method on how to transform the mental body is described in my first work, Initiation into Hermetic. Okay, if you're going to other planet, you have to kind of like look like them. That is why certain people they see walking in the midst of us, they like certain one of us, we are not them. We probably don't even remember, but just like this dude, some of us, we are not like them. We from someplace else. We here to learn a lesson. It's crazy. All right. I think I went into the details. The Nogahites, who the Nogahites, of course, live on Noga. Let's take it with Levanahites live on Lenava. They have 28 stations over there in Lenava. Lenava is well livable. There is trees, water, and everything in Lenava. Lenava has its own light and everything. Okay. Levana. Okay. Levana. They live on the moon. Kokav, they live on Mercury. The Kokavites, okay. The Zedekites, they live on Jupiter. Okay, the Nogahites, you just read about the Nogahites. This dude gives you the stuff. He went to Noga. He saw the Nogahites. They have like a silver surfer looking like they look like silver people. Their skin look like silver people. Okay, they are shorter in nature. This is his description. What he saw in the mental body, so to speak. So the Nogahites, they live in Venus. Okay, the Shabbatites, they live on Shabbat. Shemeshite, they cannot live. Well, this is me talking Hish. Don't take what I say. The Shemeshites, they don't live anywhere. Shemeshite, they just spawn according to their houses. For instance, if you're a Shemeshite, we are in Libra. Who Libra? What planet rule Libra? The sun is in Libra. Well, anyway, who Libra and who Pisces? Zedek rule 5. Noga rules Libra. Then if you are a Shemeshite, you were adopted by the so-called Nogahites. So you live in Venus. You are a sun person that was born in Venus. Okay, you were spawned over there. You were spawned, the Venusian or the Nogahites take you. So you are a Shemeshite Noga, because the Shemeshite, they don't leave pretty much. Of course, brothers, make no mistake, there is civilization inside of the sun, whether you want to believe it or not. It's all in. It's amazing. There are. This is Big Levi come up with these, comic book things that he been doing for years and garbage and stuff like that. But a so-called Shemeshite, you will according to your house. Now, if you're a Shemeshite Leo, you don't have a planet at all. You most likely will spawn on Zedek, because Leo is the king. You most likely a Shemeshite Zedek, they are very rare. Okay, a Shemeshite Leonite is very rare person, like Solomon. Okay, I am a Shemeshite Madimite. Madim rule Aries, so I am somewhat adopted by the so-called the Madimites or the Martian. So if I have to go somewhere, I have to go to Mars and hanging out with the Madimites or the Martian over there. If you're a Shemeshite, so-called a Shemeshite Taurus, you will go in Noga. A Shemeshite, a Capricorn, you will go in Sabbatai. But you are the sun in the midst of those people. Okay, Shemeshite Pisces, you will be what they call in Pisces ruled by Zedek. You will be on Jupiter, because a Shemeshite can go anywhere because they are the sun. They can literally go anywhere. So that's what it is. This is just me, talking about this. But the sun, there's so much things in there. A Shemeshite Kokav, whatever planet that rule your house, if you're a Shemeshite, that's your adoptive planet. That's why I have a great relationship with Nadim. I have a super beautiful relationship with Nadim. Okay, and Shabbatai also, because I was born in the exact hour of Shabbatai. I was born in the hour of darkness and gloom, and I was born under the influence of the sun. Okay, so it's beautiful when you are learning those things, and it started to make sense and stuff like that. But anyway, Bridget, all right. So, give me a second. Oh boy. Back. There you go. Oh, good grief. Excuse me. Woo. All right. Okay. Should we keep on moving, Bridget? We are at we're at number 18. We keep moving, Bridget. I don't want to bore the nation. Today's Shemesh and Levana is next. Some of you gotta go to work, so thank you, beloved brother Alex Robertson. Are we moving, brethren? Are we moving? All right, then let's move. Now, let me read the last part again. All right. The inhabitants of Venus are somewhat smaller in stature than the human beings on Earth. Somewhat smaller. Somewhat. Whenever a student wishes to contact human beings on other planets, he must change his mental body so that he has the same size as those that live on that planet. The method of how to transform the mental body is described in my first book, Initiation into Hermetic. this book. We have the PDF on our website, Initiation into Hermetic. Okay, this book literally show you how to initiate yourself. Be very careful, because if you don't know what you're doing, you don't know what you're initiate yourself into. And we already told you, you can do none of those things if you're outside temple. No outside allowed. Okay? Brand new. I have this book for about a month or two now. Brand new. All right? This is the first book that you need to read. Then you read the second. Then you read the third. Get all the knowledge, know what you're doing first. All right? Once you read this one, it will show you how to supercharge thing, activate thing, travel thing, and this one gives you a hell of a lot more information and stuff like that. Study at your own risk. Okay, study at your own risk. I don't want people go ahead and mess with things and say, okay, well, Big Levi is the one. I'm lost in this planet because I was trying to contact the Nogahites so I can get some of that sugar, but I teleported on my demon. They are kicking my ass over there because the Madimite don't play. Remember, we told you they have beings over there. They are watching us, brothers. They are watching us. We told you the so-called Atlanteans, they say the Atlanteans are back. They are waiting for the remnant. And then they say once they are evolving to their next step, we have to take their step. So that's what they're waiting on. If you're all about that spiritual immaturity, and you can evolve and go where those people are now, brothers. You can't, because the world is moving, all right? There's this age that came in. A bunch of us will evolve. A bunch of us will somewhat taken. I'm not telling you we'll be taken to another planet. It would have been best if everybody go to their home planet. Levana Heights will just go to Levana. Noga Heights will go to Noga. A Kokav to Kokav. Zedek to Zedek. And a Shemeshite, you go back inside of the sun. Yeah, it would have been cool, man. Like, yo, I'm going right inside of the sun. I don't know how that is, but I'm gonna go there. But there's a evolution. You have to evolve, dog. That's what that is, man. But yeah, that would be cool, Some of us will go up, some of us will go down. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some of the people, they're not even from this galaxy. We are in a classroom. I always said we are students because we are here to learn something, and we try to figure out the best that we can. It's a small portion, and I really loved it. I really love when I have a small portion of people we can study, man. When we have too much people, man, it's just like people want to come against this thing they never read. They don't even know what it says, okay? All right? Everybody will want to travel to another place, but the information is in a Kabbalistic book. Is in a book of magic. Why would a book to travel to space is in a freaking book of magic? They won't know this information. They will miss it because of the word magic. Now, if you and I are able to leave this place and go other places, and then they will say, how can I do this? Well, you're going to have to mess with a lot of voodoo stuff. I don't do voodoo, man. Well, that's what that is. It's voodoo. That's what it is. It's it's like that. Babe? Babe? Yes? You got water? All right. Okay, so that's how we have to evolve and then, grow up, man. All right? Niara 19 Pisces. Niara is a very good inspire when it comes to invention in the chemical field, especially the new pharmaceutical inventions. Niara has a great penchant for dentistry, and under the seal of secrecy, he allows the student to look in his sphere of activity and the Akasha principle to see how far pharmaceutical and dentistry will progress in the future. For instance, Niara allowed me to look into the future in regard to chemistry and dentistry. And not only did he show me that artificial teeth were made from very resistant materials, but he also showed me new magnificent invention whereby adults will grow completely new natural teeth. So Niara is that guy that show you it doesn't have that much water in it.
No, make sure you know.
Okay. Yeah, it's come up the earth. So Niara, he's taking care more for dentist thing. So Niara said in the future there will be a way. It does? Okay. Niara said in the future there will be a way that adult human will be able to grow natural teeth. Natural teeth. Niara will show. Niara is like more of dentistry. Remember, brothers, with all the garbage that we are eating, man, your mouth, your teeth. It's amazing that we're still alive because we are in a very. The Most High did a great job putting us in resistant body. There's something in our skin that something we were born with a suit that really keep our body strong. The amount of garbage and poison that we are eating, brothers, it should have easily, kill us. Your teeth should have fallen off out of your mouth. Some people, they lost all their teeth because of the things they've been eating and stuff. If they are diabetic, the body broken down easily. But Niara is in the future. You can if your teeth fall, you can literally grow another natural teeth. You can literally grow it. Okay, of course, brethren, I understand, like they say, the whole pharmaceutical thing, and people like, oh, pharmacia and stuff. Listen, we passed that. We higher than that. Okay, we are seeing things and knowing things that are like, super, like, it's just like, wow, mind-blowing information. Okay, all right. There's so much chemicals and stuff. Thank you, sweetie. There's so much chemical and stuff in our food and stuff, man. It's just those things should have killed us a long time ago, but they can't. All right. So, but he also showed me. He also showed me new magnificent inventions whereby adult will grow completely new natural teeth. As soon as humankind has reached that particular degree of maturity, then Niara will inspire the appropriate people with this secret. Only once we reach a certain maturity, this being will appeal to us and show us how, if you lost all your teeth, you can grow them back. If there are entities out there, if you lost a limb, you can literally grow it back. Just like in the cartoon and the movies. If you watch Demon Slayer, anybody watch Demon Slayer here? Boy, I got so much garbage for the people. Anybody familiar with Demon Garbage? Demon Slayer? It's on Netflix. It's pretty good, though. The Demon Slayer. Yeah, it's quite good. It's very exciting, quite good. And you'll understand. You'll understand when you say the Demon Slayer and you see who were the Demon Slayer, you're like, man, everything will evolve around my people. If your little brother watch it, I highly recommend you watch it. It's beautiful. The story is beautiful. Demon Slayer. Netflix don't have all the season. Hulu does. Hulu has all the season. And Hulu it's in Japanese and Netflix is in English. It's quite beautiful. It's quite beautiful. You'll see how when you're studying magic, the key component, water, earth, fire, air, and water, fire, earth, air. That's what it is for. All right. By using the proper chemical pharmaceutical preparation, the decayed teeth will fall out by themselves without being pulled by an instrument. Whereupon, in a surprisingly short time, new and healthy teeth will grow. So, in the future, our people will invent some pharmaceutical product. If you have a rotten teeth or teeth that are hurting you, you just put it in your mouth, you chew it, the teeth will fall out without people pulling it out. And then in a short amount of time, the teeth will go back the way that it was. Okay. And it is even said that you can grow teeth that are so strong, you can literally bite metal like iron. You can just bite it and rip it out with your teeth. There's a video on YouTube of a guy literally peeling off a coconut with his teeth. I don't know if you've seen a video like this guy literally peeling off coconuts with his teeth. Maybe not one coconut. He's just taking like a bunch of coconut. He's just biting them and peeling them off. It was some African fellow. Yeah. So you see, there's a spirit pretty much for everything, man. Yeah, that guy was peeling off some coconut. There's a dude, he can literally pull a car. If you tied up a rope in a car, you put it in his mouth, he'll bite it, he'll pull that car. That's how strong his teeth is. Crazy. This also applies to hair growth. This also applies to the growth of new hair. Losing one's hair and becoming gray will then be a matter of the past. Every person can also determine the color of his or her hair without use of any kind of hair dye. These statements appear to be utopian, and it might evoke a sneering grin from the skeptical reader. However, these statements are not utopian. They are the truth, and the future will confirm it. A magician who can spend time and space will prefer to keep his silence to prevent from becoming a target of ridicule by the immatures. What this guy said, he said many people will take this some kind of like super futuristic thing. They will laugh at you, they will mock you because you said you won't be able to go bald. For instance, if you have any male pattern baldness, okay, you will be able to grow hair in the place of your baldness. And then you can decide what color it is. If your hair is gray, you can decide it. I want to change the color of my hair. You just take it, your hair turn blue, your hair turn white, your hair turn green. Today's Madim, I wear red hair. Today's Kokav, all my hair all gold or silver. You can literally change it. And some people are like, that will never happen. You want to go a freaking beard that is so long. Now you understand how the Druid used to go their beard so long. You're like, God damn, how did this guy grow his beard so long? How do our women, when you watch the so-called Native American women, but not those ones, they grow their hair so long. You're like, how did they do this? Because they knew certain things that we don't. Okay, that's what it says here, brothers. And then the guy said he said a student or a magician that is can travel in time, back forward in time. It is always good for you to keep silence and not talk about those things in the midst of the immature, because they will ridicule you. Ivory soap, you're going to hell, man, because it has pork in it and you've been eating it. In the midst of immature, you better keep silent. Okay, longer beards, longer locks. You know, you can change the color of your beard. You can change the color of your hair. You can make your hair like so hard. And in a story that my people were telling us, what you're calling mermaid, their hair can go so long, and their hair are pretty much prehensile. Their hair is as strong as the firmament. There's an ability that a certain quote unquote mermaids can give you in those love stories that I would. They can make your hair as strong as the firmament. You cannot, it cannot break. Your hair can go long. It's just like it can't cut. No scissors on earth can cut it. Beautiful, man. There are beautiful things coming for our people, man. Dagyo 20. Dagyo Pisces is it is the task of this intelligence to take care of development of the human spirit and an intellectual respect. If the student observes these secret methods which Dagyo gladly entrusted to him, he will attain an excellent memory. His intelligence will increase rapidly. He will emerge as the victor in any battle of words, and he will be surprisingly good at repartee in every situation of your life. So Dagyo is that guy. If you get into some argument with some fool, you want to destroy him, Dagyo can help you do that. Nefaser 21 Pisces. As a bearer of good fortune, this principle helps the student, like many other intelligences of the zone girdling the earth, with good luck, happiness, wealth, success, and contentment in the material sense. Nefaser also possesses a tremendous treasure of spiritual knowledge. And should the student request anything in this respect, Nefaser will certainly be quite generous. So if you want a guy that can help you with your finances, wealth, and everything, give you knowledge and all that, Nefaser will be able to help you. He is here to do those things. So this is in the house of Pisces. All right. Almephia 22 Pisces. A student will rarely require the help and support of this principle for himself. However, should he wish to help immature, magically untrained individuals, then this principle will certainly not refuse to help him. Almephia provides protection for important people. He makes certain that proper justice will be administered in court trials where the defendant are innocent, and those that are guilty will give him the greatest possible leniency. He also protects all those who are exposed to great danger. Kaelesa 23 Pisces. Kaelesa is the master of natural sciences. He bestows upon the student a profound understanding of the lawfulness of nature, particularly of the higher laws in all three kingdoms: mineral, vegetable, and animal. Anybody know mineral, vegetable, animal, man? Anybody know this guy? He like what he is he a Batman villain? Mineral, vegetable, animal, man. Yeah, I think he's what this guy? He's Elastic Man. No, wait, no. Oh, boy, what's his good? There's Elastic Man, Elongated Man, stuff. I believe there's a guy. His name is literally Mineral, Vegetable, Animal Man. That's what it is. He's a guy that made of mineral. He made out of I think Plastic Man. He made out of mineral. He made out of plants, and he made out of animal. That guy is so funny, man. And he can that he has one arm that can turn into a dinosaur, and the other one can turn into a crystal, and then he can. This guy is way too weird. But anyway, this just remind me of mineral. That fellow, his name is Mineral, Vegetable, and Animal Man. That's why his name is crazy. Anyway, he allows the magician to penetrate deeply into the lawfulness of nature and teaches him how he can magically make use of this knowledge. This principle can be a great benefit of any magician who is nature lover or naturalist, not naturist, naturalist or naturalist. Bileka 24. Bileka initiates the student into the various kinds of meditation and teaches him how to make proper use of them for magical Kabbalistic purposes. So if you are having problem or you want to get your meditation on point, Belika is your boy. On the basis of the instructions he received from Belika, the magician can develop abilities within himself that border on to incomprehensible and appear to be unbelievable to any other person. Provide that he follows this instruction, a fundamental condition to establish contract with this principle would be that the student possesses a certain magical maturity. When the magician summons this principle for the first time, he is usually represented by his subordinates who give the students instruction how to he should prepare himself in order to establish a direct and good contact with Bileka. Even though I know exactly the method how to approach this principle, I cannot disclose it. Also, any student who has been in contact with Bileka cannot reveal this method because there are mysteries that can never be made public. You heard that? Bileka, if you want to talk to Bileka, he will send his secretary unto you. And they will tell you how to contact him. And if you can get contact in this guy, you cannot disclose this publicly. All right. There are certain things you cannot say publicly. They will tell you. They will tell. If you go see those guys, they'll tell you what we speak here, what happened in Vegas. You know the rest. You cannot go out there and say, this is what I saw, this is what it is. Okay, and people think like they're like, okay, well, I won't say, and then they go around, they say things. You before it come out of your mouth, you'll die right there. That's why the Gentiles are terrified, because some of them are high trained magicians, and then they go in the future, they see things. Okay, they see stuff. They understand a lot of things that they saw, and then they cannot come back and say it because they understand. Like they say, you say one hash, that's it. They saw the future. They know how it's going to look. Listen, if this guy told you he went into the future, he saw the invention things. So you Christian going to be raptured and the whole thing's going to be destroyed. Is that what that is? Everything this dude tell you that he saw in the future, they're actually good. That means time's going to get better. You think you Gentiles going to be the one who going to enjoy all those good stuff? You're going to be the one that will grow new teeth if you want it. Change your hair, change the shape of your body. You want to become muscular, big, fat, small, skinny. You think you'll be the one who will be doing those things? Oh, hell no. Excuse me. All right. Bileka. All right. Ugolog 25, Pisces. There are only a few initiates on our earth who are acquainted with the methods that this intelligence on the zone girdling the earth has at his disposal. These methods offer the student who is entrusted with them the ability to play. Oh boy. The ability to plainly read the karma of every human being in the mental, astral, and physical world directly from the Akasha principle. A student who works in accordance with the methods of this principle will learn how to read all the thoughts of any human being, whether they belong to the past, present, or future. Okay, so Ugolog, he teach you how to read people's mind and how to know the karma of those people, whether they're in the astral, physical, and spiritual world. Okay, the student can also see any human being's astral developments from the very beginning to his consummate maturity and the physical destiny of past and future incarnations. The student can become a famous prophet through Ugolog's methods, the kind of prophets encountered but seldom in the history of humankind. In antiquity, these methods were entrusted by the high priest only to very mature neophytes of magic. So, Ugolog, this guy, Ugolog probably deal with Elijah, Daniel, most likely Daniel, of course, because Daniel saw the whole future, and Enoch. Okay, only a few key people, very few key, they best to this knowledge. For instance, if they come and deal with me, I don't think they will tell me, they will entrust me this thing, because I will tell you, unless they say don't tell them. Well, I won't tell you. So that's what Ugolog does. Okay, Timothy. What? TMT. Timothy 26 Pisces. This principle is the guardian of secret methods which he will entrust only to a mature magician. These methods allow the student to draw planetary powers from the planet and sphere in a magical Kabbalistic manner and use them for particular magical operation, the zone girdling the earth, and also our physical world, and all three plane, the mental, astral, and physical plane. So Timothy is pretty good. So Timothy can give you the ability to draw the power of the planets. For instance, let's say the gravitational pull on Mercury is the gravitational pull on Phoebe is the lightest. So you can use this gravitational pull on Phoebe, use it here on Earth to fly. You can just jump here and land it on New York, or you can just jump here and land it on the moon. That is if the authority above let you pass. Or if you, of course, again, brothers, those guys, they pretty much got eye on the earth. They don't let the Gentiles do anything. Once they start using big weapons like atomic bomb, they will come then disable everything. They will come and disable everything. There are certain atrocity the Gentiles would like to carry out. They come in and they change the course of the timeline, so they won't do that. Yeah, there are things guarding, man. There are things watching, son. Although you see Earth like that, man, Earth has a master. Earth has somebody on the Earth, and they are watching, keeping watching certain specific children that are here, specific people that are here. Things are not supposed to happen to those people. No, when those people learn their lesson, they find out the way to get back, okay, and then the rest is just holy fumigation. Mm-hmm. The effects that are released by using this power are such enormous range that they would appear and absolutely unbelievable to the uninitiated, which is true. For instance, there is the moon. The moon is the fastest rotating planet. If you take the speed of the moon, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It is just unbelievable. The things you can do with it. If you can take literally the power of, like even not the power, less than 1% of the sun core, you can burn an entire continent with that. If you know how to harvest the heat of the sun, you can go to a place that there's a arctic blast. You make the whole town, you can make it warm. You make it like summer. You control the temperature over there. Or if you go in the desert, it's super hot. You control the let's say the planet that is cold. I say Pluto, and you can control the temperature of Pluto, and then you kind of like open a small portal, like what the fresh air, the icy air, and then you cool down the whole place. Then you close it. Beautiful, beautiful. Anyway, Zalonis 27 Pisces. The student will learn from this principle of the zone girdling the earth about all the mysteries of the microcosm and macrocosm, man and the mighty one. Besides that, he will be taught in which manner he can attain consummate divine cognizance without having no enter upon the path of saintliness and without losing his magical individuality. A magician who works in accordance with the instruction of the intelligence will be entrusted by divine providence with particular tasks in mission in the zone girdling the earth. Under certain circumstances, the student may also be assigned to task our earth to support and help humankind as a teacher and as an assistant by employing magic and the Kabbalah with anyone being aware of it. Sigila 28 Pisces. As a very rare special initiator and teacher of magic Kabbalistic mysticism, this principle can familiarize the student with secret methods which will help the magic and Kabbalah, will enable him to unfold within himself the divine virtue of the fullest extent mentally, astrally, and physically. The divine virtues that he, the magician, will develop will help him attain all the abilities that belong to this virtue. At the same time, the magician matures on account of oops, on account of following these secret methods to the level of he can fulfill particular tasks precisely in accordance with divine providence will. However, Sigila entrusts these secret methods, which are under his guardianship, exclusively to those magicians who in previous incarnation reach a particular level of maturity in magic and the Kabbalah. A magician who develop in accordance with this method is godlike. He is personified divinity and endowed with all the virtues, powers, and ability that can be compared with those of divine providence. So that's what this fellow help you reach the virtue of magic, highest things. Brothers, sisters, we don't know anything. We don't know anything. We know nothing. There's so much to learn, so little time. I would like to learn everything, man. And I now understand, oh man, the amount of knowledge that you can learn, no money can come. There are certain things you see that you can do. You don't need money anymore. You don't need money anymore, man. If I can live whenever I want, forever I want, I can fly. I can breathe water. Things cannot hurt me. What would I need money for? I can literally throw a crystal into a volcano, a giant castle pop up with all sort of technology. I can shapeshift my body. I can look like anybody that I want. I can read people's mind. I can fly. I can do all those things. What would I need money for? I learn everything on Earth, all of it, then I'll move to Mars. I learn everything to Mars. I'll move to this. I learn everything in my solar system. Then I'll move to another solar system. I learn everything in that solar system, and I learn everything in that galaxy and move to another galaxy and learn until I learn the whole universe, and then go back to another universe and repeat and learn as much as I can. It's just too much. That's why I laugh at people that they read 66 books. They read 80 books. Next thing you know, they know everything. And guess what I know? No planet exists. It's all lies because NASA and all that. Everything is a lie. The elite control everything. They are God. They are reptilian and stuff. Oh, well, is there a God, reptilian, and lizard? Doesn't that mean there is a group of us that are angels, that are super beings? Nope. All right, man. Whatever, dog. Whew. Elemis 29, Pisces. Okay, we got one more, then we're good. Elemis 29, Pisces. Elemis reveals to the mature student the most secret mysteries of divine love, and he allows the student to become cognizant of her divine love sphere of activity in the mental, astral, and physical plane. From a magical Kabbalistic point of view, understandably so, the realization of this divine virtue calls forth a feeling of blissfulness if the magician is a magician that will lead him to the highest level of ecstasy. Last one, Borea, 30-degree Pisces. Borea, the magician, will be thoroughly instructed by the last principle of the zone girdling the earth about the reciprocal effects of the elements and fluids in the entire microcosm and macrocosm. For instance, on all spheres and planets of the zone girdling the earth, in all three planes, the mental, the astral, the physical, he will also receive precise information about the magical use of these effects. Should the student make the request, then this principle will also reveal to him the chemical compounds and primary substances that exist in other planets. Okay? That means the so-called Gentiles, they don't know all the chemical compounds. They don't know. They got the periodic element, the table of the periodic element. That's not all the element that is in the universe, not even on Earth. That's like a fraction of it. There are certain things what What the hell is this? What the hell is this element, this mineral, this thing, I guess? Okay, this dude, he will tell you about the elements on the other planets, so to speak. Furthermore, Boea instructs the student on how to utilize these compounds on primary substance, not only in magic and Kabbalah, but also in technology and chemistry. Through Boea's guidance, the magician becomes omniscient and omnipotent as far as the microcosm and the macrocosm are connected, and no one, the only unpersonified divine providence is his master and command him. All praises to the Most High. Great glory goes on to the mighty one. Beloved, give the Most High a hand. We'll do Aries tomorrow if we have time. Give the Most High a hand. Give the brethren and the sister a hand for joining us. You will done with Pisces. Tomorrow, if we have time, we will do Aries. All praise, all glory. All praises and glory, man. Oh, give me a second. Oh, my back. Let me just anointed the holy temple with the Holy Spirit. Excuse me. Woo! Thank you, beloved. Thank you for joining us. We're just going to discuss a little of what we learned in the house of Pisces, and there are quite a few of the stuff we learn in Pisces regarding those things or art. There's a lot of art in there, a lot of love, a lot of technology. And so far in what we learn, Bridge, and what we have studies, and we realize there's much more things to know, there's much more things to do. Now, let me tell you one thing. To contact those beings, to see them, you have to train, you have to become an inside temple. Okay. Oh yeah, the Florida insurance thing. Keep reminding me of that. You have to become an inside temple. Those things don't deal with profane people. They don't deal with immature. You see how they always put emphasis on immature people. They do not they despise. Well, I'm not gonna say despise. They don't mess with immature people or uninitiated. That's why they bought you the book Initiation into Hermetic things, the key to the true Kabbalah and stuff like that. Those things you need to study them very well and know what you are getting to. Of course, with this book, the architect of the underworld, those people they see those devices. Okay, this is a device that guarding, I believe that was Venus. They sent one of those. Have you ever wondered why those things never come back? Those things they sent to study planets and stuff, they never come back because those things came out, they destroyed it. Okay, this is a train like technology they have over there. All right, so they have things. Okay, it's a pretty good book. So it is always good, beloved, to study. You are reaching a level of maturity right now that is unmatched. Okay, that is unmatched. To the Pisces out there, you have great things in your house. All of them has specialty and good stuff in there. It is always good. It is always up to you to study. Now, brethren, we are not advertise anyone to go out there and start practicing calling those things because you don't know exactly what they do. By rule of thumb, by law, when you're writing a book on certain spirit, you cannot disclose everything. One, nor you cannot entice anyone. For instance, all those spirit they do good things and then they can do the other things too. Okay, for instance, let's say you call a negative spirit a demon, so to speak. And they already warn you, if they can read your mind, they will tell you, if you call this demon for money, power, well, if you're Dr. Faustus, okay, you want to make a Faustus deal, you want to sign a pact. I want money, power, women, and riches. This demon that you call don't even have what you. He said, yeah. Then he went somewhere, steal that money, give it to you as a debt. And then at the end of the contract, you're gonna have to pay everything back in the spiritual realm. Okay, you're gonna have to pay it back, and then you're going to spend 600 years paying this thing that you're involved for like 2-3 years. Okay, you barely in just for 2-3 years. All right, so those demons, you can use them to hurt people and do all sort of things. They're gonna tell you this is illicit demand. We cannot be like the Gentiles, Bridget. We cannot use any intelligences to commit atrocity, or we call a bunch of intelligences because they are war strategists. We start a war with a group of people that didn't do anything to us. There is no, we just want to start a war with so-called the Madimite because we are afraid that the Madimites over there, they are military people. They are pretty good at fighting. And we are afraid one day they're gonna attack us, but let's send a bomb over there and kill them first before they kill us. Remember in the movie Stargate, instead of sending this group of people over there to go study, they sent one of them with an atomic bomb, man. Just in case they are a threat, destroy them before they destroy us. We can't do this, brothers. When we come to power, we can't do this. What if we, Bridget, okay, everything is possible. Let's say there's a planet out there close to us. They are quote unquote primitive people. When I say primitive people, they are first people. They don't have the technology that we have now. They are basically people that just live. They have they got many riches, many stuff, but they don't use this gang life. They just live a peaceful life. They live with the animal and stuff. But for instance, they have a mineral over there. If you take this mineral like a rock or some type of crystal they have over there, you bring it to Earth, you crush it, you sniff it, or you drink it. It make you young. It make you young for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, you right back where you were. You become old. And then we start mining this place over there. And then those people are getting angry. We're like, well, we have superior weapon. And then we start killing them and taking the land because we can. To mine that thing. We can't do that, brothers. We can't do this, H, man. Just like you see, there are people that are far advanced than us. There are people that are worse than us. There are certain planets out there that are literally the worst place to be. If the Most High said is going to take the worst here, it's going to put them somewhere, I don't want to know where those people are going to go. If those so-called Christians going to be raptured out of here, they're going to go to a special place. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to that planet. I don't want to know it either. All I'm worrying about is high vibration. You see how it is? The more you getting high vibration, you are asking for knowledge, you are receiving more. It is up to you. Some people will take this knowledge. I don't believe in that. I'm just gonna wait for Jesus. Yeah, I will try to come and free me. Some people say, wow, this is beautiful. I'll cherish that more. Anybody that learned anything like that, you will never say, you know what? That's it. I know enough. I'm good now. I know everything. I don't want to know anything. Give me the knowledge of Pisces. That's it. I know one thing in Pisces. That's it. I don't want to know about Aries and Taurus and Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. Study, Bridget. Study. One thing to know, beloved, I love all of you. I have no issue with anyone, and I understand everybody loves me too. And it just happened that, I'm this guy that you kind of like have a good relationship with, whether it's long distance, whether it's some brother that you look up to. However, I do not want my people to hold me to some standards that I become is essential in their life. Of course, the brother is flesh and blood. I can get hurt too. I'm not like a. I get hurt. I can. Something could happen to me, brothers. All praises to the Most. I may not be here. I just want my people to be at peace and continue the work. A brother gets sick. You can get sick, man. I don't want to become this so essential in the life of certain people. I don't want that, brothers. Okay, I understand our people. We are very attached. Our people, we love each other so much. We love each other so much, and then some of us will become families at one point. We worry about our brethren. Anything we get very attached, and it's something any bad news, and then we started to worry, and just know that your brother's doing all right. I'm doing good. Everything is all right with me. It's just we live in this world, and the mighty one cannot be questioned. Okay, it's nothing but pure love, man. I love all my people. I never use anything with I don't do this, brethren. I'm not this guy that say, oh, I love my brothers and this brother over there and that brother, and then the few more months out of this same mouth that I say I love this brother, I'm the one coming after this guy. Oh, he going to hell, I'm gonna kill. That shows how much of a hypocrite that you are. I'm gonna kill you, you're going to die, you're going to hell and stuff like that. I don't do that. I love my brothers, I love them. That's all, man. They do something different, I keep on moving, man. That's all. People can see the hypocrisy in you. They can see the love in you. They can see the realness in you. Just like people can see those things, they can see the negative. They know. They will look at you in your eyes. They say, this is not the big Levi that I knew. They'll know what you've done. They'll know if you did something wrong, they will know it. Because some of our people out there, they are evolving as faster than anything I've ever seen. I'm talking like I'm an expert, but the masters say those people are evolving so in a short period of time. Brethren, we're not 1 year into this. You know that? We're not 1 year into this knowledge. See how fast our people are moving. We're not even 1 year into this. We move quiet fast. We are not chained by some type of things that, oh, we can study this, we can study that. Our people are moving very, very, very fast. Very fast. Then you will reach that time. Bing! Welcome. You have reached your level of maturity. Come inside the temple. And then you will learn things that and you will perform them. You will perform them. Don't know how, but you will. Beloved, I will leave you with peace. I will leave you with love. I will leave you with respect. Fear not. Do the best that you can. Je t'aime aussi, Jimati. Je t'aime vous tous. J'ai de l'amour pour vous tous. I love this family because we learn together in maturity. Everybody like serious about this business. I'll see you whenever the mighty one says so. Selah, so be it. Fast, pray, repent, repeat. May the king reign forever. Oh crap, the home insurance thing. Oh crap. Oh man, it's a mess. It's a mess with the whole home insurance. I'll talk about this tomorrow in the prayer. Man, I did say I was going to talk about it. But they don't want to pay. They don't want. There's a fight right now. The flood, the home insurance. Like, hey man, you have home insurance and stuff, but you didn't have flooding insurance. And people are like, well, this included that. Well, you didn't read the fine point. There's a pushback right now. There's a pushback. So I'll talk about this tomorrow. If I have time, I'll play the video. Selah, so be it.